Welcome back to the City Current Radio Show. I'm your host, Jeremy Park. We're broadcasting from our home studios because we do want to make sure that all of you are safe and healthy. We're joined by our next guest, who is Christine Abby Carlton. She's the Treasurer and Cat Adoption and Foster Coordinator for Shelbyville-Bedford County Humane Association. How are you doing, Christine?
Just fine. We're busy as ever and rescuing like mad.
Well, we'll definitely talk about, obviously, what this has brought in terms of the coronavirus and COVID-19, some of the pivots. But let's start with a little history lesson because May 1978 in terms of the organization. So give us a brief history lesson for your efforts.
Well, we've been in business for the last 42 years. We started in 1978. We're a nonprofit organization. And in those years, we have rescued over 15,000 animals. And it's a volunteer organization, so we're all real busy. But it's been a big job, but we love doing it, and we are very grateful for all the help and support from the community as well. That works with us to make this happen for all the homeless cats and dogs around in this part of the country.
Yeah, and I do want to kind of really hone in on the fact that all volunteer led and run, which to me is really powerful. Talk about kind of the separation though, because you are separate than the animal control. So it's a different organization. Talk about kind of the separation there and really what you all focus on.
Well, we are a nonprofit, and there are two animal controls locally, Shelbyville, City of Shelbyville, and Bedford County Animal Control. But they are all funded by the city and the county and our public employees. Our organization is a nonprofit. We're all volunteers. And right now, those organizations are closed. So we are getting so many more, a huge surge in animals that need to be helped because there's nowhere else for them to go. We have our own no-kill shelter, and which we're very proud of. And this is, we have a number of dogs and cats there, but we also have some foster homes that take care of the animals as well.
Yeah, and so you have both sides. You have the physical location, and then obviously a lot of foster homes where the families are able to take them in and really help. And obviously some take on one, others take on many, but that's the idea, is to be able to provide some loving homes that might be temporary until you can find them their forever home.
That's correct. Yes, we work hard. We have a listing on Petfinder of all our animals, and but they're not all on there. So if you are looking for a dog or cat, please look at Petfinder, but also you can give us a call at 931-684-KIND, as in Be Kind to Animals. And then, we will, because we're getting so many animals right now, they're just not all on Petfinder. And so we have some lovely dogs and cats and kittens and puppies.
Absolutely. Well, and they all need homes, and they all need help and support and love. And so share, to your point, how kind of the intake side of this is, how people are reaching out and kind of what you're looking for and what you're able to take on. Give us a little bit of those parameters on the front end.
Oh, well, right now we are looking for some foster homes because so many animals are in need, and as they become available, then we can take in more animals. The people are calling us 3-4 times a day, asking us if we'll take litters of kittens, and until we have a place to put them, we ask them to take care of the animals, and then we will take them in. But on the other hand, everybody's so busy, everybody's sheltering at home, that it's hard to get enough fosters to supply the need. So if there's anybody who would like to be a foster, the way we handle it is they they get the vet care. We take care of the vet care. We take care of the food and whatever else they need. And they just need to have a comfortable place for the animal. But we'll take the responsibility of the animal until we get it a forever home. So there are a lot of animals out there that do need foster homes right now. And so we're definitely looking. When we bring in an animal into the system, the first thing that happens is that they see a vet, they get checked for health, they get whatever shots they need, they get fixed. And so we that's the whole front end scenario. And then they can either go into the shelter. We are building new kennels and runs and for them. But the cat room is a large room where we can put cats in as group housing. They're much happier group housed than in little cages. And the cat room is a large room with tables and chairs and cubbies and picture windows for them to look out of, and a cat patio where they can go out and lay in the sunshine. So they're comfortable there, and they all get along. And we find that the cats are much healthier and happier when they're group housed like that. So we have room to put a few more cats in there, but the kittens we can't put in there because they're so susceptible to having in the upper respiratory. So we need to keep them separated in foster homes. Right now we need foster homes for 2 sets of kittens. And then they go fairly quickly in terms of adoption. We just need to make sure we have a place for them so that we can do all the vetting that's required. And then when that is all complete, they go up for adoption.
I know that spay and neuter is something that you, throughout the year, really kind of push heavily in terms of service, and then obviously education, animal education. Share a little bit of that front of just the educational side that you really push heavily on to make sure that everyone's taking good care of their loved ones.
Well, the thing is that's important for animals is to have a warm place to be, a comfortable place to be, food and water, and not, we don't purport to have dogs out in the yard that are on a chain and just neglected. We would like homes that will take care of the animals and interact with the animals on a daily basis and so on. And consequently, when we adopt an animal, we talk to the prospective pet owner, and we see what kind of situation they want to put the animal in. And most of them are completely loving and kind, but then others need to have a little guidance regarding what the animal needs in terms of food and shelter and animal care. And the thing is, too, that all of our animals are fixed, spayed or neutered, before they go out for adoption, because this is vital to keep down the hordes of animals that happen if you don't fix your animals. So this is important to get the word out. Please fix your pets, so that after you get a surprise of a cat with a bunch of kittens, what to do with the kittens and so on, because we only have limited room to take those kittens. Yeah. And so it's really important that people spay and neuter. And we have locally a number of vets that will do the spay and neuter, and also a clinic for low-income folks to get their animals fixed. And we really try to reach out to a lot of people to encourage them to get their animals fixed.
And I think that's the bigger piece of this in terms of the ripple effect is, one, obviously you're helping the animals, and you're also, too, obviously, when you talk about, we have 2 dogs ourselves, and it's like they are a part of the family. They are truly loved ones. We spend, as much probably on them, taking care of them, as we do anything else, our kids. And I think that's the thing, is they become a part of your family. They give you joy. There's so much to that in terms of even all the research on the therapy dogs that go in. Like the animals bring you tremendous love as a family. They become a part of your family and loved ones. The other side, though, is the community benefit, like you're talking about. By keeping the population under control, that's a huge advantage for the community, because when you talk about dogs and cats roaming out in the wild, that can lead to a lot of a lot of issues, and whether it's health issues, whether it's crime and just the perception of that, all of those things go along with it. So in other words, I want listeners to understand what you're doing has a much larger effect for the community as a whole, where everyone really is benefiting from your efforts.
That's correct. And if, in order to have a safe and healthy community, you just don't want cats and dogs running around in your yard, and then pleading for food and all that sort of thing. And then also they're not vetted, so they have diseases, and your animals can catch those.
Yeah.
And it's just
It's a big safety
better all
concern.
around.
Yeah,
Yes, it is a
absolutely.
safety concern, and also a concern for, your children out playing and that sort of thing. You just the immediate action of a child when they see a dog or a cat is they want to go and touch it and pick it up. If it's feral or something, they'll get scratched, they'll get bitten. There's no rabies shots done for these animals. You just need to get the animals fixed, and so that your community is a happier, healthier community.
Yeah. So you've been kind of touching on it as we go, but talk about the ways we can help, because obviously when you talk about the expenses that you're undertaking, providing the food and the spay and neuter services, and really trying to make sure that the adoption, the foster families have everything they need, there's a huge cost to that. So
Yes.
financial contributions are extremely important. And then obviously, like you mentioned, you need more foster families and foster parents to take in the animals. So talk about the different ways that we can help.
Well, one thing that's necessary to know is that we're a charity nonprofit. So we basically subsist on donations from the public. We don't get any money from the state. We get no money from the city or the county. So it's all donations. And this is how we then pay for the necessary expenses, the vet expenses, the shelter expenses. And so financial donations on our website or Facebook page are hugely appreciated, because it'll make a big difference in the life of the animal, the dog or the cat that we can rescue because of your donation. The second thing is that we have fundraisers. And right now, in the event of the COVID-19, we've had a number of fundraisers that we have to reorganize, and we'll be doing some virtual fundraisers that people can participate on if they look on our Facebook and our website. But in the fall, we're planning our big fall social. By then, we think that things should be all right to have a gathering, and that is a lot of fun. People come in, there's music, there's lots of food, there's wine tasting, and various kinds of beverages and so on. There's a silent auction, and this is it's on November 7th this year, here in Shelbyville at the Blue Ribbon Circle. And so this is a big fundraiser for us. But nonetheless, one can still um, donate through PayPal, through our Facebook page, through our website. And this is what keeps us alive, the donations continuing to come. We also have a wish list on Amazon Charities. If you could link your Kroger's card or your Amazon account to Amazon Smile, or your Kroger's card to Kroger's Cares, or sign up for iGive, then those charities, those organizations will give us money based on how much you have ordered from them. And this is at no cost to the person who's doing the ordering. So we would be really grateful if you could do those things as well.
Yeah. Well, and I go back to the fact that you are volunteer run and led the whole 9 yards. So when you look at those dollars, you really are putting them to 100% good use to take care of the animals. And I think that, just from a heartwarming standpoint, that says a lot. Give us maybe one thing on your end, or, when you look at what puts a smile on your face with the efforts, the difference that you're able to make, what makes you smile?
Well, When we get an adoption, for example, when a little girl comes in and adopts a kitten and she's got a new best friend there, and it's just a delight to be able to make that match. Or a family comes in and gets a dog. They have a yard. The dog can go inside. They just have a new fur baby, and everybody is so happy. But to tell you the truth, one of the things that I'm proudest of, that we all are proud of, is when a veterinarian came recently to give shots at the shelter. And he said, I have been to a lot of shelters before, but none of the animals looked happy. In this shelter, the animals look happy. And that's because we give them as much space, as much care, and as much love as we can to give them as they're waiting for their forever home. This makes us, we think the animals are doing well, but when outside people come in and look at the shelter and see how it's set up and see the happy animals, then we're really pleased.
Absolutely. Well, the last question is the easy one, is mention the website, phone number. Where do we go to learn more and obviously raise our hand to help out?
The website is Shelbyville-Bedford Humane.org, all one word, .org. The Facebook page is facebook.com/SBCHA, which is the initials for Shelbyville-Bedford County Humane Association. We have a phone number where you can leave a callback number, 931-684-KIND, as in be kind to animals. And another number that you can text to, and that is 931-639-3504. If you have any questions or you want any guidance on how to link to an Amazon account, your Amazon account to Amazon Smile or Kroger Cares, if you're interested in adopting an animal and you don't see one on the website, please do check with us. There is also email through the website, which is sbcha@hotmail.com.
Well, Christine, absolutely appreciate all you and your team are doing, and appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I want to send my best wishes, we all do, to everyone in the Nashville area to stay safe and stay healthy. And thank you for helping the animals.